Hello, welcome back to Political MD. Today we're going to talk about the stock market and what is the craziness going on in the stock market. Because I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on in GameStop, Nokia, AMC. It's very interesting what they're doing. So what happened was Wall Street bet against hedge fund. And if you guys don't know, Wall Street Bet is a Reddit forum for anybody could join and talk about politics, science, what's going on in the world. But Wall Street Bet decided to bet on hedge fund, and hedge fund flipped out. They lost $1 billion because average American decided to go against hedge fund. And hedge fund have a bad history per se. During the Great Depression, it caused a lot of misery for a lot of Americans, and you could blame hedge fund for it because they manipulate money, they're playing around with your money. So it was a very interesting thing that happened in 2021. Woo, crazy. So there's a chart out right now by ABC News that show when Robinhood closed their account during GameStop stock and when they reopen it. And take a look at this.
I want you to address the obvious. This looks like a move by an outfit called Robinhood, which is supposed to be taken from the rich and given to the poor, and doing exactly the opposite. That when the big guys, including one of your main investors in your company, started to lose, you shut down the game to starve the little guy. Fair criticism.
That's not what it is at all. And I know you started this segment. It really resonated with me because you described the story of Robinhood. Robinhood started 5 years ago by pioneering commission-free, no-account minimum mobile investing. And we've been the spokesperson of the individual investor. And our whole goal as an institution is to enable those customers, empower them, and give them access to the markets. Because for the longest time, markets have been only accessible to the wealthy. And so the entire industry adopted our business model in 2019, and in 2020 we added millions of new customers. The entire industry added millions of new customers who took advantage of the market rally and became investors for the very first time. So we had to make a very difficult decision to protect our customers and our firm.
Why?
But we in no way
why? Explain why you had to do it if it wasn't to protect the guys who had shorted the stocks, which are the big hedge funds. How are you helping the little guy investors?
Well, I know that there's rumors around that, we were directed by market makers or other market participants to do this. And I want to be 100% clear. This decision was not made on the direction of any market maker or other market participants. So
why'd you do it?
Decision. Robinhood, as a brokerage, has lots of financial requirements. SEC requirements. We have to put up money at clearinghouses. The amount of money that we have to put up depends on market volatility, and we're in a historic situation where there's a lot of activity and a lot of buying concentrated in a relatively small number of symbols that are going viral on social media. So we haven't really seen anything like this before, and to prudently manage the risk and the deposit requirements, we had to restrict buying in these 13 stocks. But customers that held them could sell throughout. Thousands of other securities and stocks on our platform were available to freely trade. And our number one priority, as you mentioned, is to make sure our platform is reliable, stable for our customers. We're serving our customers and giving them the tools.
But that's exactly what's in question now.
We're doing everything in our power to turn it back on as soon as prudent.
But that's the thing, is that the trust is in question, because it seems like the only people who are getting hurt were the big shots. And that if they were benefiting from this, Your small investors now believe that you wouldn't have shut down the game. And just one thing without getting in the weeds here. You don't control the listing venue for GameStop. Now, I used to work in finance, so I know this stuff, but the audience doesn't need to. The New York Stock Exchange does. So if anybody was going to control the listing and shut it down, it should have been them, but it wasn't. It was you. And the reason that they do it is very limited. They do it because they think there's evidence of fraud, or they think that there needs to be a material disclosure by the company that hasn't been made. And that's done to protect the investor. You check none of those boxes here because you don't control the venue. You didn't know about any information that GameStop or any of these other stocks needed to put out. You don't have any reason to believe there's fraud that you've articulated. And you're certainly not protecting these people who've been living the dream of making money, especially at the expense of the big guys. So why should people believe you did this for the right reasons?
Well, we have no choice. We have to comply with all financial requirements. And
the SEC
regulations.
hasn't said you had to do this.
Well, lots of brokers have to comply with these financial requirements and have issued restrictions.
So you saw the video of Chris Cuomo talking to Robinhood CEO. And what Robinhood CEO said is everything financial reason. Everything has to be financial obligated. And to protect you, the consumer, from, I guess, losing a ton of money. But that being said, can you really take his word that he's trying to protect the consumer seriously if he has investors in Robinhood, has some hedge fund investor in Robinhood that will hurt them? Not particularly Robinhood, but hurt them. And he trying to dodge the question saying other companies like Webull. I'm pretty sure there's other investors too out there. I know only Robinhood and Webull are my that's the only thing I could remember of right now. There's other traders, and he said that there's other people. You remember, Robinhood's trying to take the blame away from them and put it, like, hey, not only me, it's these guys too. All that being said, there's another article that I want you to see that shows Facebook deleted some accounts, some stock market accounts that talk about the stock market. And look at this. So Facebook deleted some accounts, as you saw. Now Facebook is trying to stop what Wall Street Bet is doing on Reddit. I believe that's what's going on Facebook. And that's a dangerous thing, and that's not good at all. And you might ask, why did Facebook ban some people that talking about the stock market? Well, they're scared of what happened on Reddit. And when they ask a question to Facebook, like, what's the reason behind it? They're breaking their policies. Look at this. So yes, Facebook is trying to stop everything. I hope Reddit doesn't go down. I like Wall Street Bet. I hope everything goes well. And my best advice for the American public: try invest in cryptocurrency. There's a lot of things you can invest in. The stock market is still a good option. Just be aware it's gonna be biased in terms of, the rich and not for the poor. They can give more to the rich, but not for the poor. Thank you.